Hey there, it's me, Sapphire Moonbeam. I'm going to do a general reading for the horoscope sign of Pisces for November 2020. Since it's a general read, just take the messages that resonate and leave behind what does not. If you'd ever like to get a private reading from me, please send me a message at sapphiremoonbeam.com. Now this is my self-published oracle deck called Moonbeam Magick. I created 46 different cards. Ooh, look at that. Your dreams are going to come true. You have the key. It's up to you. And I also wrote the guidebook that goes with it. So the card that came out is Awake. It's a card that asks you to become more aware of your spiritual path and more open to it. And it's kind of suggesting if you've not undergone a spiritual awakening and a new way of seeing things with your heart, you will be going through that soon. It's also a reminder that all paths lead to the divine. It does not matter which path you take. So that's just a short synopsis of that card description. I'm now going to pick some Lenormand cards for Pisces to see what else is going on in the next few weeks or so in November. We get the Cross, and we get the Rider. We get the Clouds, and the Key. So the Cross can be describing a time period that have been sad and upsetting and sorrowful, but the Cross tells you to keep the faith. There are good things on the way. There is a Rider card right there at the upper right. The Rider card brings fast approaching good news. And that news looks like it's definitely centered around a lot of love. This new message and this news may very well be the key or the solution to something you've been waiting for or hoping to hear. The clouds indicate a little bit of a confusion and a lack of clarity. So again, the key with the clouds is something that will help clear away the clouds and make something become more clear. Maybe it's been a while for you waiting for that Rider to come through and waiting for that time to be right. The clouds don't stay long, especially if you're feeling confused or, uncertain. So that's the good news about the clouds. I'm going to pick a few more Lenormand cards. I always like to layer the meanings and add more as we go. The first card I'm going to pick for is the Key. And look, we get the clouds again. This is also the number 6 card. There's definitely something that you've been maybe feeling stuck and not sure how to proceed forward. I'm going to pick a card for the Rider. And we get the Book. The Book is an indication that along with the Rider, there's new information coming in. There's new knowledge to be gained. There's a new chapter to start. It looks like it's involving something that's very interesting and magical. The fact that this book also has the moon here in the background as well, I would say it's definitely a nudge to pay attention to your intuition, your deep inner knowing, and the more you trust that, the stronger it becomes. I'm going to pull a card for this bottom left cloud. Okay, 2 came out. We get the Ring and the Anchor. So the Ring is about a beautiful promise, commitment. It could even be a contract if it's business related, but it's definitely an agreement, a partnership, something that's taking you to a new level. If it's a romance, it's going to just ascend the relationship higher. It doesn't always necessarily mean marriage or engagement, but it's a more permanent commitment. The Anchor brings with it hope. The anchor is stability and, knowing when to set down your anchor. You don't have to keep sailing your ship, so to speak. You're going to find a place to put down your roots. I'm going to pick a card for the Cross. And we get the birds. So the birds are about all forms of communication and making sure that you're communicating well with a partner. That ascending to the higher place theme is very eloquent and seems to fit with the birds since they're both flying as well. There's other birds around. Sometimes when there's a lot of birds in a Lenormand card, it means there's a bit of chatter and gossip. So definitely watch for people that may not have your best interest at heart. Only you know if that applies to you. Now I'm going to pick a card for the clouds that are next to the key, and the lilies popped out. After you find that key with that time of confusion and lack of clarity, you're going to enter a new season of peace and contentment, because that's what those lilies represent. And look, we get the anchor again. It's the 35 and the 35. We got the clouds twice, but after those clouds, drift off, you're going to feel more stable and secure about things. That is an absolutely lovely synchronicity there. I'm going to pick another card for the Cross from yet another Lenormand deck. If you're ever curious about the decks that I've used, you can always send me a message at sapphiremoonbeam.com. And we get the Rider again. I love it. This Rider has a fantasy feel. There's a castle in the background. It looks like a mermaid horse. I don't know if that's a thing, but it probably should be. I absolutely love it. So there are messages and news that's coming in on both sides. I really, really like this for you, Pisces. This is good. I'm going to pick a card for love. At least one. In the case that you're looking at this as a love reading instead of a career and business type reading. Let's see what's going on. Let your friends help you. Ask for support and help from others. Perhaps those birds in the background are friends supporting your union or your partnership. And let's pick one more. New love. A new person has stirred your romantic feelings. If it's regarding business, to me this is a new project, something that you love doing. And it will lead to this new contract, commitment, stability, peace. Just the overall message here is, as long as you continue to view the world through your heart, things are going to turn out really nicely. I want to thank you for watching. Please subscribe to my channel. I wish you peace. I wish you love. I wish you blessings. Be well.